Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to From Zero to Fluent in Arabic for non-native Arabs step-by-step guide. What is going on, guys? It's been a few days, about 2 weeks. We didn't have internet in Mauritania for 2 weeks. It was very unstable, coming back, going. Even right now, I don't even feel safe anymore. It might leave me as I'm recording this video. But khair, inshallah. Today, guys, I want to make this a less than 10 minutes. Let's see if we can achieve this challenge. And I want to explain you guys pretty much in a very simple way what is the guide, what is the how to start, where to start from, in order for you to become fluent in Arabic, and in order for you to just do your first steps into the language. So let's get into it. Now, first of all, guys, let's talk about the non-to-dos and the not-to-dos, because we can talk about the to-dos, but if you don't know the not to-dos, then you cannot protect yourself from. This is why it's always good to know the bad so you can get protected from it. So first of all, a lot of people out there, they start learning by or learn the grammar and the morphology instead of starting with vocabulary. Then as well, they learn from teachers who teach them in their language, whether it's English, whether it's another language. Learning from a teacher that has a very broken foreign accent. Like, for example, a brother who, goes to study Arabic, and after a year he's teaching, books in Al-Ajurumiyya, might be in English, might be in Arabic, but very broken to the point where the student can't even really benefit from the actual, fasaha and the actual eloquency that Arabic has. Learn from different teachers as well at the same time. This will make you go crazy. It's like learn different books and different opinions and reading a lot of books at the same time. So the last one is learning on your own through videos with no feedback. Like, for example, going on YouTube. Oh no, I'm not gonna pay for anything, man. Knowledge is free. I'm just gonna go online and go over these videos, which you could benefit from it. But the thing is that you need that little feedback. You need that little connection with someone who's guiding you. And Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah, he even said in his known few lines of poetry, يا أخي لا تنال العلم إلا بستة سأم بك عن تفصيلها ببيان ذكاء وحرص واجتهاد وبلغة وصحبة أستاذ وطول زمان. So Imam Shafi'i, he says that there's 6 things that you need to have in order for you to seek knowledge. And one of them, to not waste time, one of them, he says صحبة أستاذ, which is being with a teacher constantly and having a lot of time. And the other ones that he has mentioned. If you guys want to know the other ones, just let me know in the comments, inshallah, and I will write them for you. However, all of this is khata, you shouldn't do any of these that we just mentioned. However, let's talk about the ones that you actually need to do. So start by building your vocabulary only from 2,000 to 5,000 words. That will actually help a lot. Not only will make the learning Arabic easy, but what's difficult in the Arabic language, you will make it easier as well, just because you have a lot of vocabulary and you understand. Now, as well, learn Arabic in Arabic, only avoid English translations. This is a big thing that my teachers always used to tell me. And when I say teachers, I say teacher because I pretty much just had one real, teacher for the Arabic language, except for, studies at university. However, learning in Arabic only and using the actual Arabic dictionary, that puts you, in another level than the person who is constantly translating, and to the point where when he's about to speak, he first translates from his language into Arabic in his head, and then he talks, which makes him slower, which makes him less fluent. So it only makes sense. Learn from a teacher with a clear pronunciation when speaking as well. فلا بد أن يكون فصيحا حتى تستفيد من كلامه ويستقيم لسانك باستماعه والتعود على سماعه. So it's important that you learn from someone who, doesn't have to be Arab, but at least sound Arab. And don't get me wrong, even some Arabs, they don't sound Arab. Okay, I remember when we were in Al-Azhar, our teachers, they used to teach us in Ammiya. This is why I say my teachers, and I said, well, yeah, I had teachers in university, but it's not really, you don't really benefit from them. You really benefit from the one that you see every day, that you have a really close relation with them and actually knows Arabic. It's not just the professor at university for this field. Because they used to teach us in عمي يا عم بص بقول لك الفاعل بقى لا, you shouldn't study from these teachers. I don't know why I'm wearing this, but خير inshallah. Again, pick one teacher and one method and don't change it. All methods really work, okay? And remember that the grass is not greener on the other side, but it's greener where you water it. And it's many times, this scenario happens where a brother or a sister might start studying Arabic, and then he starts studying Arabic at the same time with another brother or sister who's close from him. Then he sees that the other brother or sister is a little bit more advanced or knows things, or asking questions in purpose so he can feel like, oh, I didn't study that. And what happens is that then the person who's doing this method, then he sees that person who's a little bit more advanced, and then he says, maybe it's my method that's not working. Maybe it's my teacher. Oh, I don't like my teacher. Last time he coughed while I was talking to him and he didn't ask me why. And next thing you know, you just jumping from flower to flower, from book to book, and you never finish the book, and you never finish studying from that teacher. Anyways, let's make this quick. Pre-recorded lessons are fine, but you need feedback as you are learning on what you are learning as well. So it's good to, if you have a teacher, for example, or the way how we do it in Arabic, like an Arab, yeah, you do take the pre-recorded lessons. However, we do follow up with you and make sure that you are actually understanding what's being taught. And as well, you are able to ask the questions. You are able to call the teacher. Okay, yeah, I didn't understand what you said in this place, but most of it is really pretty much self-explanatory. However, you need really what Al-Imam al-Shafi'i rahimahullah said in his poetry, وَصُحْبَةُ أُسْتَاذٍ. You need to be close from a teacher that can actually guide you. Moving forward, all of this is what someone should do and what someone should focus on. And obviously, this is my opinion. I didn't take it from any books. It's just from experience. And I speak 5 languages, so I think that I can actually have an opinion when it comes to learning a language. And I was actually watching a video not long ago on YouTube. It said, polyglot who speaks 22 languages, white polyglot learns Arabic, speaks Arabic. And I was listening how he was speaking Arabic, and I don't think is befitting to say that you're polyglot if you are not fluent in all the languages you speak. So when I say I'm a polyglot and speak 5 languages, I'm actually like English is a learned language, and I'm speaking to you guys in English. Khaira inshallah. Moving forward, once we know all of this, now we need to jump into the how, because it might sound very simple. Yeah, just start memorizing vocabulary, but it's like, oh, okay, how? So you might be in this situation right here. This brother is Al-Akh Hannan, may Allah bless him and put barakah in his studies. He's been one of our best students in the program Arabic Like an Arab. And he was in the same situation. So I want you guys to hear from him what he has to say when he was actually looking for a way on how to look for this vocabulary, how to start, this vocabulary journey. So you joined Anders Institute. Explain us a little bit what it was before. What did you go over? What books? Because a lot of people, they start from zero, but most of the students, they actually have already tried out a few books or a few other methods and whatnot.
Yeah. When I first joined, I had already studied the 3 Medina books online with a teacher on YouTube. So I was watching the series. I was going through the books, taking notes, doing the exercises on my own. And I was seeking like some advice from my teachers, and he's like, at this point, all you need is vocab. So I'm like, all right, how am I gonna get vocab? And all of a sudden, this came along under this institute.
All right, guys. So it's easy to just go over books and, oh yeah, I studied this book and that book and this book. But if you don't have, you can study the book and actually end up with not even benefiting, because you just focusing on the technicalities of what the book is teaching you, and what is a fa'il and what is a maf'ul and what is maf'ul bihi. I've seen actually brothers who don't know how to maintain a conversation. They don't know how to tell me in Arabic what books they have studied. They don't know how to maintain a conversation in Arabic. However, they know what a maf'ul bihi is and what a fa'il and naib al-fa'il, and it's like, why will you even know that? Yeah, and you can't even use it because you don't have enough vocabulary. Okay, guys. So this is very important. How to start learning the Arabic vocabulary. طيب المفردات. And gaining vocabulary is the easiest thing when learning Arabic. And not only is the easiest thing, as we said, but it actually makes easy what is hard in the Arabic language. Knowing vocabulary, a lot of vocabulary, makes easy what is hard. And this is why you see some, some native Arab students, when they start learning their Arabic language, they go straight away into al-ajrumiyya. They go straight away into grammar because they already know vocabulary. Because even though Arabs are from, like nowadays Arabs, they might not be able to speak classical Arabic, but a lot of their dialect words are just taken from classical Arabic. So it's really easy for them to go into the grammar because they already understand pretty much. They understand, but they might not be able to communicate with the classical Arabic. طيب خيرا إن شاء الله. So you are going to learn right now in less than 10 minutes, guys, how to learn Arabic and how to start building your mental dictionary of Arabic. طيب. So let's get into this. And this is the way, guys. The way is starting with reading simple conversational texts that are very simple to understand and start extracting that vocabulary. So you start reading ذهب محمد إلى المسجد في الصباح والتقى بصديقه عمر فكان مسرورا. And now what we do, we start extracting one by one. And you might think, okay, but how do we extract? Like what? Like, do I just memorize what it means? Do I actually do it in a way? So look, guys, this right here, if you follow this way, it can't, like, I've never seen someone who followed this way and having accomplished what he was looking to accomplish in the Arabic language. بتوفيق الله. طيب, so this is what we call in Arabic, like an Arab, كتاب التبييض, which could be translated to the blank book. طيب, where we put all our words that we memorize and that we learn. So here, right here, starting from the top right, we have al-madi, which is the past tense, al-harf, which is the article, al-mudari', which is the present tense, al-amru, which is the command or the request, do this. Then we have al-masdar, which is the name. Some say is the verb is taken from the masdar, and some say that the masdar is taken from the verb. طيب, and we have al-fa'il, which is the one that does the action, and we have al-maf'ul, which is الذي وقع عليه الفعل, is the one that the action is being done upon. طيب, so for example, we have ذهب, which means to go. ذهب والحرف إلى, and the article is إلى. طيب, and the article is important that we have it here as well, because the article will change many times. A matter of fact is that the article, depending on the article, the sentence might mean something or might mean something else. And this is why, for those who have studied al-Jurumiyya who are watching this, you will see that Ibn al-Jurum, when he talks about أقسام الكلام, he says فعل وحرف فعل واسم وحرف جاء لمعنى وحرف جاء لمعنى, meaning that the harf gives the ma'na in the actual sentence. So it's important that we have the harf, the article, and depending on the article, something might mean something will make or mean something or something else. So we have ذهب, he went, يذهب, he goes, اذهب, and is the amr, meaning go. الذهاب, right here, ذهاب, which is the action of going. الذاهب, who's the person that's going, the person that's doing the actual action. And then we have al-madhub, the madhub ila, meaning the thing that is gone to. طيب, so in this case, and guys, I don't want from this video that you say, oh my God, this is so difficult. I'm just showing you the actual plan, the actual strategy. The strategy, when an architect shows you the strategy of a plan, it always looks difficult until he builds the building and you say, oh mashallah, it was actually simple. طيب, so the way why we want to do it like this, okay, the way why if we prepare ourselves and we have a good foundation, we start learning a good way, instead of you just building your vocabulary in a notebook, writing bayt means house, sayyara means a car, and instead of doing it like this in a dirty way, in a not organized way, you want to do it this way. So you can actually go back to it and you can revise it. طيب, and this was one of the advices that Al-Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah said or gave when they asked him on how to retain knowledge. He said by way of storing the knowledge and by way of tikrar, by way of repeating that knowledge. So you actually want to have it so you can actually go back to it. So ذهب يذهب إذهب ذهاب ذاهب مذهوب. And the good thing about this as well, about this method, is that in a melodical method, it will be so easy to just keep memorizing words and words and words and words. And for those who have a little bit of experience with memorizing Quran, you know that when you start memorizing Quran, half a page is very hard. Then one page starts to become a little bit more like, easier. Then once you pass Kaf, Surah Kaf, if you start from Nas, you see yourself memorizing 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages. And that's because the memory muscle is already developed. طيب, so you go, ذهب يذهب إذهب ذهاب ذاهب مذهوب, and you will see that as you go and you learn in different verbs and you keep reading simple text and you keep extracting the words, you will see that everything sounds the same. So it makes it so easy. أكل يأكل كل أكلون آكلون مأكول ضرب يضرب اضرب ضارب مضروب فعل يفعل افعل فعل فاعل مفعول. And you will see that, oh subhanallah, this is actually so easy. Once you find a new word, you already know what's the melody gonna be. And it makes it so easy for your brain to memorize new vocabulary. طيب, so look, ذهب أكل ضرب فعل, and then يذهب يأكل يضرب يفعل. So it makes it so easy. So this is why right now it sounds like difficult. Oh my God, there's a lot of words. But once you get the pattern, once you get your brain gets used to it, memorizing vocabulary is just a matter of of doing it. It's just a matter of give me more vocabulary, because I already have the pattern in my head. طيب, خيرا. So now what we want to do is keep extracting the vocabulary as we are reading from conversational easy text. So we take Muhammadun is the next word that we don't know, right? Because in this text, we're starting from zero. We don't know anything. طيب? So we take Muhammad and we put it into Kitab al-Tabid, but for the kalimat for the nouns. So طيب, and we have only 3 columns. We have al-Mufrad, which is the singular, al-Jam', which is the plural, wal-Ma'na, which is the meaning. And we could give more, but khayran, inshallah, we keep it simple. So Muhammad, Muhammaduna, that's the Jama'. Ja'a al-Muhammaduna. Ja'a al-Muhammadun, the Muhammadun came. The group of men who all of them's name Muhammad. طيب, khayran, inshallah. Now we take ila. Ila is an article, and we took it for dhahaba. And as we said, many verbs, they always come with an article. So two words. Okay, that's one of the meanings for ila. Then we take al-masjid. Masjid is a mosque, known. You might even use it, and you don't know Arabic yet. And the fact is, you actually know Arabic already, because you use masjid. I'm going to the masjid. I'm going to the masjid. Or they say in the US, I'm going to the masjid, or something. I can't remember. But khaira, inshallah. You have masjidun, masajidu. That's the jam', that's the plural, and you memorize it. And then you go fi, okay, that's an article. From its meanings, in. And in this context, it means in. Then you have sabah, which means morning. Jamil. And then you have wa, which means end. Then you have iltaqa, which if you take it back to the pattern, just listen. ذهب يذهب إذهب ذهب. Then you hear iltaqa يلتقي التقي التقاء ملتقي ملتقا. Then another verb that sounds a little bit the same is gonna come like استفعل يستفعل استفعى يستفعي استفعي استفعال. And then you have استأجر يستأجر استأجر استئجار. And all sounds the same. So as long as you take the madi, khalas, you know the rest what is going to be already. You know the rest what is going to be already. So by learning one word, you're actually learning 6, 7 more. Or by learning one word, you actually know already 7 more. طيب. Then you take bi, which is an actual article as well. In this meaning, it will mean with. And from its meanings, because with a meaning or with another, in a context or another, it might mean something, it might mean something else. Then as-sadiqu, and the jamu is asdiqa'u, which means friend. And then the ha, this little thing that you see at the end of the word, that's a damir, and we call them damirun muttasil. Damirun muttasil, a connected damir. And a damir, it could be in English a pronoun. طيب. and it means بمعنى هو, بمعنى him. And it could come in a way of هو, or it could come in a way of who, or it could come in a way of he. طيب. And depending on what comes before, it might be he or it might be who. طيب, but it means he. And then we have Umar, which is a name as well. جمع عمرون. Then fa, which is a harf, which is an article. And in this case, it might be something as so. Then kana, which is a fi'l as well, a verb. Kana yakunu kun kaunun ka'inun. And it means to be. And as well, you can find it in the Quran. إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا يقول له كن فيكون. طيب. And then you have مسرور, which means happy. طيب. And the jam'u is مسرورون. So now we take in all of these verbs, right? And you need to remember that learning Arabic is only about memorization. So as long as you are doing these, as long as you are following this method and you keep reading verbs, I mean, you can read in text, very simple text, and you keep extracting the vocabulary from baby level all the way to Shaykh ibn Islam ibn Taymiyyah, you start reading books like Ibn al-Qayyim, etc., etc. As long as you keep doing this, and you get to the point of having in between 2,000 to 5,000 pieces of vocabulary, there is no other than actually knowing as much as a native person, a native Arab would know. طيب, so remember that learning Arabic is about memorization. I'm not going to come here and make it seem as is easy. No, you just go over there. No, you actually need to memorize. This is like memorizing the whole Quran. Obviously, is a little bit, a little bit more difficult because the Quran is made easy for you to memorize. But if you follow this melodical way, it will be as simple, inshallah, with the tawfiq of Allah, for you than memorizing the Quran. And if you learn Arabic and you have all of this vocabulary, you will find all of this vocabulary in the Quran, which will make it even easier for you to memorize if you actually have, high aspirations like this. Now, and this might seem a lot to memorize right now, but it's actually not that much. It's actually not that much. And as I said, with this method of organizing everything, it makes it so easy to just keep bringing more vocabulary, more and more. And once you know it, you know it. The thing is that that's the the interesting thing and the encouraging thing is that I show you guys a text in the beginning. You guys didn't know anything. Now, if you sit for the next hour and you go over all the vocabulary that we took, the next text that you find, like this text that you have in front of you, I have, on purpose, put some of the words that we have already learned. And now see, all of the greetings, what you should already know. And the rest is what you don't know. Now, if you do the process that we did for the past text with this, the next text that you will see all of these words, you will already know them as well. So you will understand a 60 to a 90% of it already. طيب, so you know التقى, you know Umar, you know في, الصباح, كان, في. طيب, so take this example. Okay, the students in Arabic like an Arab, when they start this, the first class, they find these 3 texts, and we extract all of this vocabulary, and they don't know any of these words. طيب, like basically we extract all the vocabulary. طيب, and I'm sure, just being as a Muslim, many things you already know, like Assalamu alaikum, Ana, Kaifa. Many students, they might already know a few words of this. But the point that I'm trying to make is that look, the last lesson, look how many words they don't know. Look at the red highlighted words. These are the words the students don't know. طيب, so the rest of it, they know it, which is pretty much 85% of it. So they understand the whole context just by, the past 40 something lessons because they have been building their vocabulary. So, if they read, for example, قالت نعم فأمر من وقته بدابته وأسرجت وقام خزيمته ومن معه فلقي إكرمة في قاعدة. All of these words they have already taken them. So it makes it, it's just a process, you know, it's just, and this is the process, and this is how you start. طيب, and if not, if you don't have all of this vocabulary, then how are you going to understand the grammar? Because the grammar is pretty much the same, it's just an Arabic text, and you have to have all of this vocabulary. And just by looking at this text, if you see bab, obviously bab, we're gonna, you know, you're already taking this as being, once you reach the last lesson, af'al, you take it, al-musannif, you take it, أفعال ثلاثة ماضي مضارع أمر, all of the نحو, الشرح, ينقسم الفعل إلى ماض, all of these you have already taken. طيب, and is actually, you know, I actually want to show you guys what the students say when they pass from the actual vocabulary lessons, which is actually a lot of al-Ajurumiyya in there already, but in a simplified way. But I want to show you guys, what do they say once they are learning grammar already.
Realizing, starting to understand the importance of learning the vocab of a specific field before going into it. Since we have learned enough vocab for Nahu, and in general I'm able to read Uthaymin's Sharh without ever having to look up a word. Subhanallah. I'm realizing even more why we focus on vocab conversation first.
طيب خير inshallah. So this is why we need to build our vocabulary. And right now, guys, before we finish, we are already done, but I want to offer you guys this book, which I prepared, and you know, it took me a few months in 2019 to put together. But alhamdulillah, right now is almost about to be updated, and we are almost about to have version 2 of Arabic like an Arab. So before all of this closes, I want to offer you guys this, and you guys will find the link in the description below to get this book. You know, you can get it for free. It's free of charge. And as well, you can actually have a training, a more in detail training, and you know, more explained, in a more explained way, what we just spoke about. And at the end, if you are ready to start, because this is definitely not for everyone, is not made for everyone to join. If you're ready to start, at the end, I'm going to explain you what we have going on in Arabic like an Arab, how it works, what is it about, what you're going to learn, what you're going to get at the end, and how fluent can you become, and all the resources that we provide to it. And subhanAllah, you know, we, as me and my team, we put all our sweat and tears into it. So you will be very surprised. Most of the students who go over and see how I have set it up, etc., they are very surprised. So inshallah, I highly recommend you to go and check it out. And remember to take the book at the end. If you stay until the end, you can actually get the book as well. And all of this is for free. Obviously, the program, if you are serious about it and you actually want to join, it's not for free. It's a paid program. However, I can promise you that if you follow it, you're going to get, inshallah, if you're serious about learning the Arabic language, you're going to get your objective, inshallah. And guys, I hope you liked it, this kind of videos. I got it ready whilst I didn't have internet here in Mauritania. So I hope you guys appreciate the effort, and I hope you guys benefited as well. And for those who already have started learning Arabic, I hope it's refreshing. And if you are doing some of the not to-dos that we spoke about in the beginning, make sure you stop doing those and you actually start doing it the right way. And let me guys know in the comments what you guys thought. And remember, for those who are interested, the link is going to be in the description of this video for you to get the book and for you to get the free training and actually know about the Arabic like an Arab program if you are serious about it. طيب, والسلام عليكم. It's been your brother Muhammad Al-Andalusi.
يا صاحبي رفعة بدنيا وأخرى فلذ بالقلم وأخلص لربك واعمل بما علمت وإن تلقى فيه الألم وصابر وثابر ولا تكسلا فإن الهموم بقدر الهمم